Welcome, everyone, to the Pester line version of the Avalanche and the Kraken live stream video for you guys here tonight. I'm Michael LeBois, all by myself, with you today. Just, guys, to let you know, a couple of housekeeping tips about the Pester Line podcast. We are now available on all your streaming services. So if you want to find the podcast audio versions only on Spotify, Apple Music, Audible, Amazon, by all means, you can do that. But also, if you guys want to join us here on YouTube, that's even better. You get to see our beautiful faces and see our reactions versus just hearing them. But we're really excited to have the Audible versions up and ready for you guys now. Apologize for the delay. Having some issues getting some things set up on my end. But if you can see me or hear me, that's even better. Perfect, lovely, beautiful. Everything looks amazing. Had to do a different type of chat today because my chat box decided it didn't want to populate. So we're going to make it work how we can. I'm going to be living in the chat myself. I'm GPE Vox, doing that for you guys today. Unfortunately, I can't respond in any other way, but I'll make sure I have it with me here, visual, and ready for you guys today. So a little bit of housekeeping done. Let's talk about this game tonight. Colorado Avalanche and the Seattle Kraken both coming off of tough losses on Tuesday night. The Kraken started with the 2-0 lead and then proceeded to give up 3 unanswered goals in the second period, and then an empty netter to lose 4-2 to Nashville. But they are 4-6-0 in their last 10 games. 3 games in a row they have dropped in the negative. 29, 25, and 9, but they hold the second playoff spot right now in the NHL. The second wildcard spot in the West. A little frazzled tonight. I apologize. We'll get cleared up here in a little bit. Currently tied with the Kings, but a game in hand, which makes the difference at the moment for them. The Colorado Avalanche, on the other hand, 43, 11, and 9, 7 and 3 in their last 10. They did unfortunately lose their last one in difficult fashion to the Edmonton Oilers 3-2 on Tuesday. We were here for that one. Not pretty, not fun. A lot of unfortunate output there for the Avalanche. This career series, the Avs lead this one 9-3-1 all time in the regular season. Unfortunately, Seattle has the one playoff series win against us overall. The Avs also won their last matchup between these two by a score of 5-3. Projected lines for Seattle tonight look like this. It'll be McCann, Beniers, Eberle, Goudreau, Stevenson, Tolvanen, Catton, Wright, Kakko, Winterton, Myers, Ben Myers, former Av, and Melanson. Their deep pairings will be Dunn, Larson, Oleksiak, Montour, Evans, and Lindgren, the other former Av, playing tonight. And in net will be Joey Decord, backed up by former Av Philip Grubauer. 3 former Avs on this team, as mentioned. Ben Myers, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points on the season. Lindgren, though, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points, but a plus 14. Team leaders for the Edmonton Oilers on the year right now. Jordan Eberle leading the team in goals with 22 goals, 22 assists, and 44 points. Vince Dunn is their leading assist man, but he has 10 goals, 29 assists, 39 points. And then Matty Beniers, next up on the list, 40 points on the season with 17 goals, 23 assists. Joey Decord on the year in 38 starts is 18-15 with, I believe, 5 overtime losses, 2.86 goals against, and 9.3% save percentage with 2 shutouts on the year. For the Avalanche, you guys already know. Nathan McKinnon is our top goal scorer, our top assist man, and our top point getter. 43 goals, 61 assists, 104 points on the season, followed by Marty Necas with 29 goals, 48 assists, 77 points. Cale Makar, 19 goals, 47 assists at 66 points on the year. Follow that up with Scott Wedgwood, who's the goalie in goal tonight. 24-4 in 34 starts, 2.19 goals against, a 91.6 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Good news, Ross Colton back in the lineup tonight for your Colorado Avalanche. So the lines look similar to what they were on Tuesday night against Edmonton. It'll be Nazem, Kadri, McKinnon, and Natchez in the first line. Roscoe, Brock, and Nuke on the second line. Kelly Waugh and Brindley on the third line. And Bardakov, Drury, Kiviranta on the fourth line. Pairings stay the same. Taves, Makar, Manson, Burns, Kulak, and Malinsky. And Wedgwood will get the start tonight. Blackwood, the backup. Good news also for the Avalanche today as the NHL rescinded Nathan McKinnon's absurd 5-minute major and match penalty. It's more for suspension purposes. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with the impact of the game. Doesn't change the output of the game. We can't replay the third period. Unfortunately, we don't know what would happen. But at least the league got something right and admitted they made a mistake. We'll take that as a fan base every day of the week. Let's take a look at the scores around the NHL. So games currently in progress. In the second intermission, Dallas leads Edmonton 5-2. Can't trust Edmonton to do anything right for us. Although it was 5-0, Edmonton has added 2 goals. Evan Bouchard and Jason Dickinson scoring to make it 5-2 as they head into the third period. Also in the second intermission, the Wild lead the Flyers 2-1. Both goals picked up here. Matt Boldy, a power play goal, and Kirill Kaprizov on both of those. Quinn Hughes assisting, getting his 59th and 60th assists of the season. Also in the second intermission, the Rangers and Jets are both tied at 2, as Kyle Connor tied it late in the second at 17:49. In the first intermission, there is no score between the Mammoth and the Blackhawks. Mammoth leading the shooting gallery 6-4. Games yet to be played and still on the deck. The Canucks host the Predators. The Golden Knights will host the Penguins. That should be a fun matchup there, a little playoff banter in that group. And, of course, the Avalanche and the Kraken. Games that have finished, though. The Sharks continue their winning ways as they take down the Boston Bruins by a score of 4-2 in that one. 4 different goal scorers for the Sharks. They did lead 4-0. Bruins grabbed 2 in the third, but could not get all the way back in that one. Fraser Minton, former Maple Leaf, William Eklund, Connor Groff, and Tyler Toffoli, all with points. Macklin Celebrini picked up 1 assist in that stretch as well. Oh, Michael Misa as well picking up a goal. William Eklund, another point on that front. The Sabres' run has finally ended as the Capitals beat the Sabres 2-1. A late goal by Jacob Chychrun at 18:27 finished off the Buffalo Sabres here tonight. The Maple Leafs bounce back after 7 straight losses and beat the Anaheim Ducks. Ducks outshot them 40-28 as the Maple Leafs beat them 6-4. That'll be a fun LFR to watch. The Lightning rebound after a tough loss on Tuesday as they beat the Red Wings, who are without Dylan Larkin, by a score of 4-1. Also rebounding in an overtime win, the Florida Panthers beat the Columbus Blue Jackets by a score of 2-1. Sam Bennett with the game winner, Sam Reinhart with the game winner in overtime at 2:20. 2 other games left. The Flames beat the Devils by a score of 5-4. And was finished off by, the Luke Hughes and Jack Hughes tried to bring back the Devils late. A power play goal by Luke Hughes made it 5-4 with 4 seconds left. So tough break for the Devils there, but a big win for Calgary in the scheme of things, if you will. And the Blues bounced back and beat the Hurricanes 3-1. Gave up an early goal to Jankowski 8.5 minutes into the first, and then put them away late in the third. Jimmy Signarid with a goal at 15:12, and then an empty netter from Pavel Buchnevich with about 50 seconds left. So things to look forward to in this one for the Avalanche and the Kraken. Great news for the Avs. Again, no loss of McKinnon, no loss of Ross Colton. But you've got lightning hot Martin Necas. Necas, 7 goals, is tied for the NHL lead in the stretch of this time period. He's been on fire on the power play. Martin Necas has been the key factor to this offense tonight. Some keys to the game and things we want to look to. gotta be top notch on the power play again tonight. If we're gonna do anything positive, we gotta get goals where they came from. That was a big, tough part from us last night. The inability to finish games the way we needed to, and really find a way to get some wins. As we take a look at where some of these, our opponents lie in some of these statistics. So the Avalanche currently now 31st as they jump ahead of, 30th with that win, with a few good goals in the last game. Are now 30th in the power play, jumping ahead of Calgary and the Flyers. Technically tied with Calgary, but hey, progress is progress. Seattle, on the other hand, has the 14th ranked power play at 21.3%. Looking good on that. And Colorado has dropped to 5th on the penalty kill. Unfortunately, a couple of those losses in the last few games, giving up some goals, has been tough. Seattle, on the other hand, 31st in penalty kill. So got to take advantage of the opportunities that the Sharks present. If we look at the net power play, the Avs are at 10.7 instead of 16%. I think that's because of the shorthanded goals conceded. For the Kraken, they are the worst in net PK, so that's a good sign. Hopefully, the Avalanche can take advantage of that. Big factor, though, I think for the Avs is just making sure that they're maintaining possession and then in their own zone and in the offensive zone. That's been a big problematic situation for them over the last few games. Is just getting caught up in their own zone and challenging themselves to try and be better. And make better plays as a whole for the team. I'm going to take a quick break, grab something to drink before the puck drop to start off with. But if you guys have anything, please put it in the chat. Please add any information you have. And thanks for joining us here on the Pester Line Podcast YouTube channel for the live stream of the Colorado Avalanche. So looking at the projected lines, it looks like Blankenberg's actually going to be playing on the 4th line, and Colton is going to be out. So the NHL app lied to me. So Blankenberg is going to be playing the Curtis McDermott 7D 4th liner role. So with that, that's going to add a little bit of difference, but we get to see Blankenberg for the first time, which I'm kind of excited about. Rocking 37. Give me some trivia on who the last big 37 was that the Avalanche had in their lineup. That'd be awesome. Let's actually look this up while we have some time. So 15 players have worn the number 37 throughout the history of the Colorado Avalanche. Blankenberg being the most recent now when he makes his debut tonight. Before him was Casey Middlestat. Before him was JT Compher. Colin Smith gets an honorable mention in 2015, but the next big one before that was Ryan O'Reilly, and before him, TJ Hensick. But the first real Av to wear the number 37, the one and only Chris Drury, only played for the team for a couple seasons, 3 seasons, but had a huge impact on the roster himself. Martin Rashinsky wore it in 1992 before the team moved to Colorado from Quebec. But another Dean McAmmond. If you guys have been listening to the podcast, you know the Dean McAmmond story. If not, go back and I believe that's in episode 3 when we talk a little bit about some of the interesting stuff about trades. Alex actually has a piece of Dean McAmmond history. But another player who wore it for the Avalanche played for a bunch of teams in the NHL. He played for Edmonton, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Boston, Ottawa, and Colorado. Only played 1 game for Colorado in his existence is Dennis Bonvie. That's a trivia bar trivia question you could throw out there. He had played 1 game, played 7 whole minutes for the Avs. In his career, he played 92 games. He had 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points, was a minus 8, but had a 311 penalty minutes. His nickname listed is the Menace. Oh, no, Spencer, don't tell me that. I haven't watched the new season of The Pit yet. We're on it, though. Game's on KTVD if you're looking for it tonight to watch along. Be a little bit delayed on our end, but yeah, I had to move it to the regular TV tonight because the Nuggets are on altitude tonight playing the Spurs. That game's currently 56-39 San Antonio. So that's fun. But thank you guys for joining us tonight. Currently have a couple people in the house, which is always fun. Doing the little pregame video thing now. I think we got about 8 minutes to puck drop. Let's get some score predictions from the people in the chat. What are you expecting tonight? I know no Roscoe could make a difference. I think we'll get Angry Mac. Oh my. Dang, Spencer, that's crazy. I mean, that's exactly what the pit does to people, though. So, but yeah, I'm going with it's not going to be a scoreless affair for Seattle. I think their offense is a little too strong for that. But Climate Pledge Arena is also a place of power for them in some regard. They're a decent home side. I'm going to actually make this an unfun or a frustrating game for us in Colorado. But I think it's going to be a 3-2 overtime win. I hope not. I hope it's bigger and no overtime. But that's my prediction as of right now. Let's actually take a look at Seattle's home record while I have a second here. Okay, I like that. I like that. Nice, Spencer. That's a good one. They're 16, 12, and 5 at home, which is not bad. The Avs are 26 and 5 on the road. And actually, because of San Jose's win tonight, Seattle has slipped out of the second playoff spot. So that's a huge thing. Natchez, in 8 games, 7 goals, 15 points, 4 power play goals, 31 shots on goal. Ranked first in almost all those categories across the board. Kale's going to get booed because Seattle fans hold a dumb grudge. We get Angry Mac, Naz Nets 1, Avs win 4-1. See, I like yours better than mine. I just think mine's a little bit more on the trend of what we've been doing lately. Play well enough to win at some point. But yeah, they have it up on the board now for the Avs broadcast. Yeah, Kraken will go down to 18 games remaining. Jordan Eberle being shown right now. I believe he just signed a 2-year extension, $11 million last week as teams getting their rosters organized for the next few months, closing out the year and getting them ready for the next couple of years. Also, projected salary cap to raise exponentially over the next 3 years. I think the total is like $130 million over the next 3 years, which is amazing to think about. That's just what the NHL needs is a little bit more depth in money for more growth and players to play big. So it'll be fun to see. Brent Burns, 989 straight games. Insanity. Chasing the all-time record. Of 1,064 consecutive games held by Phil Kessel. Fun fact about that streak, I believe it was when he was in, I want to say either Vegas or Pittsburgh. Took a single shift, to keep the streak alive, and then flew wherever his wife was to be there for the birth of his child. So dedication to keep the streak alive, but also getting blown out, which is not fun. Yeah, and the frustrating part about that too, Spencer, is that we'll never know. I mean, the benefit of him getting the recension is that we don't have to stress about any of the frustration that comes with potential suspensions if the league decides to do something stupid again in those regards. But at the same time, we kind of have to nod our heads and be like, yeah, well, you cost him 2 points. So we'll see what happens. But, at the end of the day, you got to take the lumps as they come and figure out what you got to do overall to be, you got to get past some of these things over time. It's a frustrating situation, but we'll still have a game in hand on Dallas and another game in hand on Minnesota after tonight as well. So I think we'll be okay. It just kind of depends on how we handle tonight and then Saturday afternoon against Winnipeg. And we'll be live. I'll have a partner for that one. Sean will be joining me for that one. So I'll be excited for that. I'm a little offset tonight just because of how the monitor's set up today. It's just a little bit easier. And at the end of the day, we can't predict the future when weird shit happens. So that's just kind of how it has to be. But I'm looking forward to this one tonight. I'm a big Matty Beniers guy. I'm a fan of his. There's a few guys on the Kraken that I'm respect quite a bit. Beniers being one. I'm actually very impressed with Shane Wright and his bounce back from a very tough start of his career. I know they were expecting a lot more from him. A couple faces to keep an eye on besides Jordan Eberle, of course. Jared McCann, Ila Tolvanen, another one that's kind of fun. And Capo Caco, who's kind of found a new groove in Seattle. I'm expecting more from the bottom six tonight as well from Colorado. I think Kelly, Waugh, and Brindley are going to be a problematic situation. I mean, it depends on if Kelly's not sliding up to the second line or not. But also curious to see get our first look at Nick Blankenberg and get a chance to see what he can do. I think he'll be playing a little bit of a rotational role, playing both D and wing. I know that it's a 7D shape, but more so out of necessity, I believe, just because I don't think we have any healthy forwards right now. Yeah, Aaron, what's the timeline on that still? I haven't heard much about when he's supposed to be back, because that's a big one. And welcome to the stream. We appreciate you being here as well. And thank you for the sub. It's a big one for us. Decord, 18, 15, and 5. Wedgwood 24, 4, and 5. Joey Decord's done a great job. He's made Grubauer expendable. Okay, hopefully soon. And the puck is dropped. Avs have the puck in their defensive zone, already trying to play chase. Here comes Kadri down the boards on the left. Through in front. Oh, they tried to do a little drop in there, nothing there, and Decord knocks it away for the first save of the game. Decord playing it back in Broder's office. Kiviranta making the move up to the second line, but we know the blunder will come out. Shot through traffic, and Decord makes the save. So the Avs up on shots here early, putting themselves in a good position. Yeah, that Landy one's still weird. Hopefully back sooner rather than later. So Nelson in the face-off circle. And doesn't get the win, but Kiviranta on the chase. Puck goes around. Shot deflected off the blocker. No whistle, though. Spins it back out of the zone, does Seattle. Pushing down Eberle. Shot well wide and high. Spins all around past Wedgwood. Poked at and carried out by the Avalanche. Entering the zone, looking. Pass in front. Deflected pass. Again, another soft opportunity. Nelson putting a forearm into the face of Ryan Lindgren. Yeah, these Seattle jerseys are beautiful. A lot of people were calling them Vegas coated, but I don't agree with that. I think they are gorgeous. I'm a big fan. Yeah, I think the Met helmet needs to make a return. I think more teams need to go back to it. I think the Kings have one now. That's really nice as well. Face off 1, 18:50 to go here. Puck passed forward and through. Seattle with the drop pass to the side. Looking, holds, shot, blocked. Drickled back, behind the net. The Avs come back away with it. And Wedgwood's mask is knocked off. So he'll have to reset here. Yep, the straps just popped off. I love when that happens. It's always fun. Mask saves are always the best. And then, just make sure you shake it off. Just shake it off. All the Taylor Swift moments are always fun for goaltenders. Welcome any new faces that are here tonight. We'd love to have you all the time. Subscribe and keep us in the loop. We have a podcast we release bi-weekly talking about hockey and other stuff with my two other cohorts who will be here with me over the next few games. Sean will be joining me for the next game for sure. And Alex, who is currently out of the country, will be back for the next episode after the one we're recording on Saturday. So we're going to do a Saturday recording and then do a live stream of the Avs and Jets. Yes, a mask save will wake you up. Who needs a caffeine when you have a puck hitting the cage? Beautiful. So Kadri back in the face-off circle here. Face-off, one back off the boards, and Wedgwood will cover up in another stoppage. Very different already from the game that is the Edmonton game. That one was very up and down, very fire wagon early on. But we'll see what comes of this one. Seattle likes to control possession, play a little bit more in the grit, and hold themselves. Face-off is won by the Avs. Spun up the ice and out of the zone. Corralled by Seattle at the blue line. Puck comes back to Kulak, resets. Moving the puck back to Kulak. Pass up off the boards, deflected in. Kept in by Kadri. Kelly pushing. Kelly pushes it up to Waugh. Waugh bodied hard and will lose the puck, and possession goes the other way. Wright will dump this one in. Grabbed and sent back through by Wedgwood from behind the net. Corralled, not quite, but almost by Drury and pushed out of the zone. Puck's going to spin back as Seattle tries to get in there. Good hit from Parker Kelly, excuse me, man. Been a long day already, I can tell. Puck squeaks through, carried up to the blue line and out, dumped in. Wholesale change for the Avs as Riker Evans takes it from behind the net. Sends it back around. Puck's going to get into the zone. There's Blankenberg making his first appearance. And they get the puck trapped in their zone, poked away. Nope, kept alive. Shot goes high and wide and up off the glass and onto the netting. So the turnovers already a little bit of a problem for the Avalanche. Scratches that I could see for Seattle tonight were Mahura, Cale Fleury, Matt Murray, and McMahon, excuse me, all getting the night off. Bobby McMahon still adjusting to the new system in Seattle. Came from trade with Toronto. Crazy to think that they have Matt Murray and Philip Grubauer as their backup goaltenders. Puck possession kept in and taken away by Bardakov. Nice steal. I think a lot of people forgot about Matt Murray. That tenure in Ottawa and Toronto kind of ruined his career. Coming through. Oh, Manson tries to make a play there. Good job to rebound after the turnover. Dumps it down. And no ice. Good job. Passed around and through. Poked away. All the way up and out. That one was initially played by Montour behind his net. Puck bumped up by Makar and through. Corralled behind by Dunn. It's Dunn. Falls. Kadri trying to go across to nobody. Nobody's there. Taves picks it up. Throws it back to Makar at the top of the blue line. Back across to McKinnon. Dusts it off. Shot from the point. Save and corralled behind the net by Natchez. That was a nice shot by Kadri there. Nas trying to find McKinnon. Does. McKinnon puts it through all the way across. Shot. Score! What a goal. Perfect passes. And who else is it but Marty Natchez? And the Marty party continues. Another big goal for Marty. Whew. That's number 30 on the year for him. And the Avs lead it 1-0. What a job by the Avs to keep the puck in the zone, create the opportunities, and really find a finish. And Marty Natchez flying in from behind. Decord had no chance. Completely lost there. But a perfect assist from Nathan there. Taves almost disrupts it. But a great shot, great finish, and the Avs take the early lead. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So 5th shot of the game for the Avs. Put them up 1-0 here. Face-off won by Seattle at the central zone. Puck comes through. All the way back in. Corralled by the Avs. Burns has it. Sends it back to the Minnesota player. Waiting for it. Seattle player going for it. Puck rotates in front. Looking for a rebound. Deflected wide. Good job by Burnsy this time. Already playing a better game tonight than he did against Edmonton. Puck still not out of the zone. Kept in by Seattle. Kakko has it. Cleared out by Kelly. No. Hits the Seattle player in the face. Still kept in. Trying to get it out, but can't. Corral to Evans. Back across. Alexiak holds, waits. He's dropped by Kelly and then holds Kelly's stick. No call. Weird. And that's going to float up and out. Evans is going to carry it out and reset. They've already got the blender out for Seattle's D pairings. Puck picked up. Here we go. Little pace through. Dropped off. Pass. Shot. Wide. Bounces up. Kiviranta's got it. Tries to throw it in front. Shot save. Rebound. Puck's around. Shot save again. Rebound. Oh, Nuke couldn't get enough on it. It falls behind, but the Avs keep it in the zone. 14:53 to go here in the first. Puck cycles back around Makar. Top of the paint. Back up across. Throws it around. There it goes. Back down to Nelson. Nelson getting mauled in the corner, trying to get it out. Nichushkin trying to find something, cycles it around to Taves. Makar back to Taves as they switch points. Shot from Taves gets blocked, carried back wide, dropped in behind. Sent back around to Makar. Makar back to Taves on the opposite side, but too fast and forcing Seattle to have to make a dump. He gets to the red line and dumps it in for the change. Good possession there from the Avs, but they got to find another way. Find another way to keep that going. Cycles through, picked off the stick. And corralled in by Seattle. Looking, holding. Shot towards the front, blocked. Shot again, save, rebound, wide. Good job by Wedgwood to keep that one off, and the Avs throw it up and out. Reset here quick. That's Alexiak throwing it back in front. Trying to get puck possession. Yeah, Wedgwood, massive save there. Resetting now is done. Goudreau carrying it through. Corralled behind by Malinsky. Poked by Malinsky initially. Pushed down is Goudreau. Back up to the point. Shot gets deflected and out of play. That was Goudreau back at the point. I think Wedgwood should be our starting goalie regardless. I agree he should be game one. He's really put himself in a great position to do that. He's been stellar up to this point. I don't see any reason to fight back against him. He's really tried his best to show. I mean, Blackwood started the year on the injured list, and he's been nothing but stellar since I'm speaking of Wedgwood being stellar since, and he's really proven his ability to be valuable. I think that's the most important part that we look at as a fan base. Right, and that's the other part of it too, is sometimes you have to perform to show ownership that you're better than the contract of your opposing player. And again, on that front, though, Bednar has to be the one that says, like, hey, Mac, I know we gave him this money, but he's still maybe trying to find something from his injury, post-injury. But truth be told, I mean, they've both played well enough to start. I just think Wedgwood's been better. It's sort of the Kemper-Francouz problem. It's a good problem to have. Three guys now with 30-plus goals on the season for the Avalanche, with Marty Necas scoring. Brock Nelson, Nathan McKinnon, and now Marty Necas. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'll tell you what, Marty Necas has, we've mentioned this on the last live stream. I think we've mentioned this on a few of the podcasts as well. He's the best player since the Olympic break, maybe in the league. He's just been unbelievably consistent. He's done everything we've asked of him. I mean, he's been dominant on the power play. Can't deny that. Face-off won by Drury and clears the zone and up and out. Chance for Waugh. Great job by Nicholas Waugh to force that one back. Decord having to make a decision, and that's going to be an icing. Great job by Nicholas Waugh on the front pressure there, picking up that forecheck and really pushing the pace. I hate this if the playoffs started today stuff that they're showing right now, and also it reminds me of how much I hate the playoff format and how much it needs to go back to 1-8. It just drives me nuts. We're going to talk about that a little bit in this coming episode, I have a feeling. Oh, yeah, I would love to see Celebrini versus McKinnon. That would be a fun one. And also, I think the Sharks have a very underrated unit, young unit. Will Smith is not talked about nearly enough. 12:45 to go here in the first period as another icing happens. I mean, 1v8 would give us opportunities to have the Stars and Avs in a Western Conference final as opposed to the first or second round of the playoffs. But I think the Pacific would hate it, and Gary Bettman's been very vocal about hating changing anything. He says it's fine the way it is. Face-off, lost by McKinnon. Seattle dumping it up and out. Pushing the puck forward, bouncing out of the zone here. Puck corralled there. Moving it up. Necas drops it back to McKinnon at the blue line. Big shot from Taves goes wide. Makar dumping it back in. Corralled by Seattle. Pushing the puck up the ice. Good job by Blackwood to keep it behind the net. Excuse me, Wedgwood. This is a frustrating night for me to have both of them in my head right now. Necas to Kadri. Kadri spinning out of the check. Ooh, almost lost an edge there. Good job for the Avs to keep it in the zone. Tried to push it back. McKinnon keeps it in. Pushes it to the top. Another shot through the zone. That one bouncing off of Kadri in front of the net. Sending it back around. Malinsky out there now with Kulak. McKinnon trying to dump it over towards Decord, and they get a dump up and out. On net, so no icing. Good touch through to keep the icing out of option. Oh, no, it goes out of play, so not an option. Yeah, Bettman is notoriously flexible. He's very frustrating in that regard. I can tell you that much. Defensive part of the game still needs a little work, and goaltending is rough, but for them, they've been able to outscore their problems. Yeah, it's always a question. Puck comes back across to Manson here, to Nelson. Nelson tries to go a cross-ice pass again. Avs need to stop doing that. That's been a big bugaboo for me. Kiviranta has it. Holds weights. Cross-ice pass again. Blocked. Kept in the zone, though. Bouncing puck is out of the zone. Corralled by Burns. He dumps it in hard. All the way along, Nichushkin grabs it as it passes through everybody. Tries to send it back down, this time corralled by Seattle. Throws it up and out. Waved off on a deflection. Settled down by Wedgwood. And the Avs will reset behind the goal. Push through, shot, save. Coming back through Brinley. Trying to keep the puck in the zone. Can't do it. Avs reset. Back to Kulak. To Malinsky. Bardakov out there now with Brinley. Oh, Brinley. Nice job by the Avs forwards here. Bardakov trying to make a play. Decord has to cover it up. Not too pleased with that one. 5 for 14. I'm guessing that's the power play. I missed that one. That was the bottom of that list. I was trying to read everything. 10:14 to go here. 1-0 lead for the Avalanche in the first period. Thanks to Score Leader for being free, so I can use it to make a bug for you guys, so it's not completely blind. I wish there was another way for me to do it, but I don't have the tools or technology to do it a different way and show you the one on altitude or on the network. Ooh, blown tire for Seattle there. Puck deflected out, and Avs can counter here 2-on-3. Correct. I like the in-zone pressure, too. They're doing a good job of keeping them on the outside again. Something that they've done pretty well pretty much since the season started, but occasionally you're watching issues arise for Colorado. Oh, good pass through the zone. Forcing to reset those. Natchez drops it back to McKinnon. McKinnon with a nice move. Tries to go back in the middle. Nothing there. And we'll clear it up. I hate to say this because I know that it's a bad take from time to time, but McKinnon needs to start being more selfish. Puck finds Parker Kelly. Shot from deep. Oh, handcuffed Decord, and he'll take the save. Waugh coming in hot, but a good slowdown here. Opportunity for Seattle to take a quick breather, but Parker Kelly, that's another guy who's been hot since the break, since his return. I think part of it is just he's just happy to have the guys back playing with him and happy to be on the ice. 6 of 22 since the Olympic break, 27%. That is double. It's more than double than what they had going into the break, because they're currently at 16%. So almost more than double. Just kind of crazy to think that they're that bad. Their net power play is like 10% because they've given up so many shorthanded goals this season. That's frustrating as well in its own right. Thank you to the 5 people in here right now. 4 technically. I am the 5th due to the chat issues I had earlier today, so I've had to have it up. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Parker Kelly's been one of the most consistent bottom 6 guys we've had. I'm glad we re-signed him and kept him long term. I liked him when he played in Ottawa. That's a big one. So love to see him continue to play well and continue to be a presence on the ice. So as we have a little bit of time with these commercial breaks, I'd like to ask a couple questions, kind of get some gauges on what the audience thinks. One of the big things I would like to ask is, who would your ideal matchup be for the Stanley Cup final if we get through Dallas, get through the first round, second round, third round? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to face in the Stanley Cup final? Detroit would be fun if they don't miss the playoffs completely because of losing Dylan Larkin. The Drury situation is interesting because I think Drury adds something that's not on the as Blankenberg has the puck, cycles it across, shot, save, rebound, puck comes out of the zone, clearing back out. The Avs trying to reset here. Ooh, missed a check, but puck stays in. As it's Kiviranta trying to keep it in, and pucks lose out to there. Who do you think would be fun to play? Who, the Red Wings? I'm married into a Red Wings family. It would be fun to embarrass family members sometimes. Shot goes wide and out of the zone. Puck keeps him in. Nope. Body's just kind of flailing all over the place here. Nelson dropping it to Nuke. Nuke trying to drop it off again. Push pass shot. Oh, rolled on. Brindley there. Tried to get it through. Who would be fun to face, and then who do you think we could beat? I mean, honestly, I think we could beat pretty much anybody in the East if I'm being completely honest. Puck goes over the top. Well, Toronto's missing the playoffs, which ends the longest current existing playoff streak, so that's always fun. Lindgren doing a good job to try and keep Nichushkin from making a tip there. Great job. Oh, now we're going back to Bowie taking Kiefer away. Gotta love it. I love that the mascots love our analysts as much as we do. Face off in the offensive zone. Broken stick for Parker Kelly. So he's got to chase this one out of the zone. Puck goes around. Oh, off the back of the net. And Makar plays it forward. Bardakov. Ooh, and he takes a huge open ice hit. Who put that hit on? That looked like Alexiak who put the hit on there. Ooh, and another big hit. Seattle's starting to turn up the physicality a little bit here. Puck stays with Kale as he's bodied hard. Oh, man. And, whew. Oh, my God. I can't believe that McPickles got into a fight. How very un-Gretzky of him. Natchez settles the puck down, goes cross-ice. What a pass. Passes back in front, and they score. What a play, and there's a goal for Nathan McKinnon or Nazem Kadri, but a nice seam pass there from who else? Marty Natchez. And Natchez with a 2-point night, McKinnon with a 2-point night. They're giving it to Mac. Looks like he's calling it. Wow, big hit on Brindley there. Natchez crossed the seam to McKinnon. Oh, McKinnon went short side, and it goes off the stick of a Seattle player here. It goes off Larson's stick, but he was trying to get it to Kadri. Great job by the Avs top line, though. What a play. What a sequence. What a finish. 2-0. So the Avs are right into it. Outshooting Seattle 11-3 right now. That's a huge push there. I thought it was Kadri to Aaron, but video evidence says otherwise. From Natchez and Taves. So Mac and Natchez both with multi-point nights again tonight. Throwing it back in front of Seattle. Great save by Wedgwood to force it over the top. Back in front and wide. 6.5 to go here in the first period. Much better start for the Avs here. Yes, and I think that's a big takeaway from the Kadri signing. I do not hate the player. I do not hate the fact that he is back. I disliked the cost and the potential issues that came with the financial aspect of it. That was before I really knew about the return of the crazy increase that's coming along the way. Oh, no, I am as well. It's okay. I'm still a little bit bitter about it. We can keep talking about it. It's fine. Aaron and I can just start talking about how salty the media is about Arsenal as well. Avs trying to keep the puck just keeping Seattle out of the offensive territories and really pushing the puck to the outside. It's fantastic to watch. Kulak hits Nelson, but he didn't get him, so it'd be an icing call with 5:26 to go. So McKinnon still chasing McDavid, 106 points. He's now tied with Kucherov. Media fans, PGMOL. I mean, yeah. I don't think the PGMOL would give the penalty that Noni got yesterday, but I digress. He's like all Tampa has. That's part of why it is. Shot goes wide here as the puck goes through. Ooh, another big hit on Kiviranta again. Kiviranta and Brindley just getting targeted now. He returns the favor on Larson there. Puck goes back around. Thrown back around the boards. Picked up by Eberle. Eberle pushing it back behind the net again. Deke by Beniers. Throwing it across to McCann. Goes back to Beniers. Oh, what a deflection. Kept down and no call there. Ooh, that's close. That's close. That could have been interference easily on the Avs. Oh, Nichushkin doing work here, trying to keep the puck for the Avs in the offensive zone. Great pressure there, but nothing to it. As Malinsky can't keep it in the zone, McKinnon will touch up for an for an offside. Yeah, between McDavid, Kucherov, and McKinnon, I think they're like the top three scorers in the NHL in like the last 3 or 4 seasons. It's been one of them between that. I don't know if you guys were here for the early portion, but can you tell me, here's a piece of trivia. Can you tell me who the last player to wear 37 for the Avalanche was before Nick Blankenberg? Because I'm curious to see. Yes, Middlestat is correct. Well done. That guy. Yeah, Middlestat wore it. There's been some interesting characters who've worn the number 37. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, live from I believe he's still in Bangkok. Are you typing in Thai? This is Alex, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. I was like, who the heck is typing in gibberish? Good start for the Avalanche though, 2-0 lead so far. It's been a good game. I mean, Spencer, we can do trivia. We can do a lot of different things. We could talk about nullified trades, but that's old news already. Baltimore looking worse and worse as the days progress. Oh, okay, that's fair. With Aaron here, trivia's lost. Aaron, then, who was the first Avalanche player? Not the first player, but who was the first Avalanche player to wear 37? Puck in the offensive zone. Sent around. Kept pestered by Natchez. Kadri keeping it in. Kept in by the D group here. Kadri pushing it back along the boards and out. Nope. Keeping it in. Gaudreau spins away there, trying to make a play. Gaudreau has been a pain in the Avs' butt for a long time. Came from Columbus, I believe, in the Marchment trade, but spent a lot of time in Nashville. Huge pain in the backside. It is not JT Compher. It was a little bit longer ago than that. I will give you a clue in a minute. Alex, can you tell me who the first Avs player to wear 37 was? As Drury comes into the zone, slips through. That would be the first Nordique to wear that jersey. Oh, he is not the first Av. But good work. Here's the clue as the puck goes over the top of the net with 3:10 to go. The clue is that he is currently, Drury is the first one. Good job. As Wedgwood makes the save. Yeah, Chris Drury was the first Av to wear the jersey. She went to Hockey Reference. It's fine. Yeah, it was Drury, and then the next major player to wear it was TJ Hensick. And then after that was Ryan O'Reilly, JT Compher. Yeah, with a few guys slid in there in between. Puck goes around and out. Pushed up. Oh, good pace here. Nuke slides up, waits, plays with his foot a little bit here. Behind the net to Nelson. Nelson has to send it around. Oh, put a guy in the blender by stopping. Puck's moved up the ice. Outside. Catton took a swipe but couldn't get there. Puck goes all the way around. Pushed out by Nichushkin. Bodied up his Montour as he has to force it out. Good job again by Nelson in this Avs offensive group. That top pressure check is incredible. Great push. The cursed 18. Oh, yeah, we don't talk about 18. But I'll tell you what, the Avs have looked significantly better tonight already in this first period. Nichushkin getting some new blades put on. Now, children. Puck cycles around to the other side. 2:19 to go here in the first. It's a very slow first period. Shot through traffic. Wedgwood finds it, though. Puck cycles back around. Behind the net. Back pass again. Going to the top of the zone. Good coverage there. Nate just trying to keep it off the stick of the forward group. Puck gets touched into the corner boards. Good job by Makar. Play a little position. Oh, and a missed opportunity there. And Nate just gets caught with a high stick. That might be a... Oh, that's a 4-minute double minor here. That one, Eberle going to the box. Let's see what I say to Eberle here. Okay, good call. Are they gonna review it for 4 minutes? Make sure it's actually a penalty. Yeah, that's a high stick. Sorry. I don't know what Eberle is trying to argue. Yeah, try to push off, but you got to control your stick. It's the same thing that happened to Nick Waugh last game. Took a bad penalty late, and caught. I think it was Nugent Hopkins high in the face, or Hyman. He caught Hyman in the face. Nate just going in for repairs, so we lose our top power play guy right now. Okay, that was a dumb review. I think Stevie Wonder could have seen that was a high stick. It started as a potential cross check and lost control of his stick, and caught Nate just right in the beak. Nothing more you could do about that. What is Eberle upset about? Was he saying Nate just held him or something? Like, is there something to what? I don't know. Let's get 2 goals here. How about that? So it's Nelson. Looks like Nelson, Kadri, McKinnon, Makar, and Nichushkin, I think. Oh, no, Nicholas Waugh. Let's go. Passes off the stick. Makar keeps it in. And dumped out and chased for the Avs. So this is worst done worst. Yeah, tied for 30th with Chicago. Drop pass here to McKinnon. In the zone, shot save, rebound, score. Nicholas Waugh with the goal on the power play. Avs lead this one 3-0. 7th of the year. See what happens when you shoot the damn puck? Shoot the puck on the power play, you're going to get opportunities, guys. This is something that we've been talking and arguing about for a while. And Nicholas Waugh just needed to get out of Toronto, guys. Seriously, he was great with Vegas as a bottom 6 guy. Getting out of Toronto is the best thing that happened to him. That team's a dumpster fire as it stands right now, unfortunately. Oh, it was a whiff pass. And still another 2 minutes. Yeah, I have a feeling that Matthews might be gone after his next contract. I'd be curious to see. They'd have to offer him the moon, the stars, and Stock and Rogers for him to stay there. So a quick reset here. Nope, drop pass this time. Got it through, dumps it in. I think, Alex, you must have talked to them before you got to Asia. Taves has it now. Finds Brindley through space. Backhand try, saved by Decord, and he holds. Gavin Brindley, man, that guy's got like 7 gears. Oh man, if you have to be in Thailand for every game, it's gonna make it hard for us to time the podcast. What time is it there right now? I don't want to open my phone. Face off won by the Avs. Minute 13 left on the power play. 20 seconds left in the period. Puck cycles across. Shot. Saved by Decord, and he'll hold again. Man, Makar put a heater on that one. Yeah, I mean, Brindley is one of those guys, like, you don't think about. I hate to call him this, but he's an NHL, like, video game guy. Like, he's the guy you always pick up in the NHL video games because he's young and has high potential, where you're never really sure if he's going to amount to anything. 15 seconds left in the period. Kept in by the Avs. Resets here to McKinnon. Drifting through. Tries to find Natchez. Couldn't keep it in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Period ends with the Avs up 3-0. That is how you want to open this game after what happened last night or 2 nights ago. You really want to make sure you're in a good position to put yourself in the best possible place and really, make sure you're doing everything right. And I think the Avs have done pretty much everything right tonight, holding down to 15-5 in terms of shots. We'll look at some other stats and some other information in a minute. I am going to get up real quick, go to the restroom. I'll be back in just a few minutes here on the Pester Line podcast live stream of the Colorado Avalanche. And I'm back from outer space. And the Avalanche, big period. Still have some time left on that power play, which is nice to see. Scoring 3 goals in the period, outshooting Seattle 15-8 in that first period. Seattle winning the faceoff battle 60-39, so 61-39. Avs 1 for 1 on the power plays so far. Hits are even at 6 apiece, even though it seemed like the Kraken were the more physical team early on. Avs with 6 block shots, 6 giveaways to 5 giveaways for the Avs as of right now, and 2 takeaways for the Kraken. Goals for the Avalanche: Marty Necas from Devon Taves and McKinnon, then McKinnon from Necas and Taves, and then Waugh from Nelson and McKinnon. So a big night already. 3 points for Nathan McKinnon, 2 points for Taves, 2 points for Necas. Good to see Brocky getting on the board as well. And I think that's Nicholas Waugh's second goal as a member, or second point as a member of the Colorado Avalanche. So it's beautiful to see. Big stat to take away from this one, as Spencer mentioned in the chat, that Marty becomes the third Avs player to have 30 goals on the season and his first 30-goal season of his career. I know different systems and teams and supporting cast, but how good Marty is, I find it surprising he hasn't hit 30 before. Well, I mean, Brind'Amour is more focused on the defensive side of things. That's part of it. So I think a big takeaway from that specifically is just how much more offensively, and he fits our system significantly better than he did fit Carolina's for sure. That's a big step number 1 for sure. Oh, you said that. Sorry, Sean. He didn't really fit Rod's system over there in Carolina. Big challenge, though, for the Avalanche here is to maintain. One of the things we know best about our team, they don't really play 60 minutes, but we'll see that from here. Oh, yeah, Spencer's fantasy team. We should have Spencer on the podcast one of these days, just like even as an audio guest, just to talk about the chaos of her fantasy hockey league. It is one of the funniest things I listen to on a regular basis, and I honestly enjoy it so much. It makes me laugh. But if I remember correctly, you're doing significantly better now, as the league has kind of grown into realizing that they don't really know what's going on. While you guys are talking amongst yourselves, Oh, man. Aaron, let's make it happen. Let's figure out how we can do that. I'm serious. Let's do it. I would love to have her on. We have enough cables and mics and stands. We can make it work. We'll take a jaunt around the league while we wait for this period to end. Games currently in action. In the third period, it's currently 4-on-4 action as Dylan Guenther, the only one to put up a goal tonight so far between the Mammoth and the Blackhawks. You want to talk about low-event hockey, folks. 14 shots for the Mammoth, 12 for Chicago. Both teams have 9 block shots, only 2 penalties in the entire game. Jack McBain took a 2-minute roughing penalty. Oh, it was on the same sequence. Probably the first stoppage of the third period, McBain and Ilya Mikheyev go to the box, 2 minutes each for roughing each other. And then Dylan Guenther scores at 5:47 from Logan Cooley and Mikhail Sergachev, who's back on the ice for the Mammoth. So 1-0 lead late in that one. In the first intermission, the Predators and Canucks are tied at 1. Tyson Jost with another goal. That's 2 goals in 2 games for him. But that's 1-1. Jost scoring for Nashville. Brock Besser scoring for Vancouver. In the first intermission and on the power play right now, the Golden Knights lead the Penguins 1-0. Colton Sissons scoring the only goal for the Golden Knights so far. Games that are done, which is the rest of the league, the Sharks beat the Bruins by a score of 4-2, a multi-point night for William Eklund as the Sharks continue to push as they now are ahead of the Seattle Kraken. Buffalo finally falls, unfortunately, to the Capitals. A late goal from Jacob Chychrun at 18:27 puts the Capitals on top in a game that Buffalo, frankly, dominated if you look at the stat sheet. The Maple Leafs back on winning terms after losing 7 straight. They beat the Ducks by a final score of 6-4. The Lightning kind of took advantage of a struggling Red Wings team as they win 4-1 in that one. Gensel putting in an empty netter away, and Gage Calvis with 2 goals. Gensel with the actually 2 goals as well. So good for the Lightning, bad for the NHL. The Panthers beat the Blue Jackets tonight by a score of 2-1. Sam Reinhart in overtime, winning it on a power play goal at 2:20 in that one. Calgary beat back the surging, tried to surge back was New Jersey. Calgary beats them 5-4. Unfortunately, run out of time as the Hughes brothers scored 2 goals late. Jack Hughes at 9:38, and then Luke Hughes, a power play goal at 19:56. Unfortunately, 4 seconds is kind of tough to score when you're facing off at the center circle. The Blues beat the Hurricanes 3-1. Jankowski put the Canes up early in the first, but then it was Jimmy Snuggerud who put 2 goals away, and then Pavel Buchnevich gave them the win. Dallas ends up destroying, not just beating, but destroying Edmonton by a final score of 7-2. Goals scored by Jamie Benn had 2. Jason Robertson had 2. Duchesne scored. Like that's the kind of night it was for the Dallas Stars. Tough break. Lot of penalties in this one. We're looking at 46 penalty minutes in the game as a whole. Edmonton goes 0 for 3 on the power play, 2 for 4 for Dallas on the night. Tough night all around for fans of the Avs. The Flyers mount a comeback and beat the Minnesota Wild 3-2. The Wild were up 2-1 heading into the third period. Owen Tippett ties it up at 7:58, and Travis Konechny wins the shootout goal as the Wild fall to the Flyers 3-2. So the Wild pick up a point, but that's it. And the Rangers, yes, the New York Rangers beat the Winnipeg Jets by a score of 6-3. Well, I mean, yeah, that sounds about right, huh? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, dude, we all forget that Joesty still exists. The other problem, too, though, Aaron, even though Nashville is an ex-Avs graveyard, it's one of those situations where they tend to wow, sorry, I just got distracted by the William Eklund goal that he scored tonight. Wow, that's impressive. Though they are an Avs graveyard, there's also the curse of the former Av when we play Nashville. They always seem to find a way to score on us at some capacity, especially Matt Duchesne when he was there. He just scored every time he played us. Yeah, Snuggerud's nickname being Snuggy, he needs to get a deal if he doesn't already have one. Thank you to the 6 people watching here tonight. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We now have the audio version of the podcast available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, also on Audible, if that's where you guys want to listen to your podcasts. But for fun, why don't you come watch us here? We do the video version so you can enjoy seeing our lovely faces, listening to us talk. It's fun for all of us. Also, on Saturday, Sean will actually be joining me here on the live stream as the Avs take on the Winnipeg Jets. So that'll be a fun one to have a color commentator help me with a lot of the talking I have to do here. Clearly, I'm good at talking, but sometimes I get a little bit distracted and makes it difficult to do all of the skills that I need to run this awesome show for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. 6 is a pretty awesome number to see. We had a few last time. Oh man, are we gonna get a Team Rocket situation if we're gonna get both Aaron and Spencer on there? I mean, we have a Sean. Do you think we have a long enough table to add 2 people? It'd be our CJ and Julian McKenzie additions to our group, or our Sid 6-0. I know I make a lot of Steve Dangle comments. I'm just being funny. Oh, yeah, totally, Aaron. I mean, the tagline for this podcast 100% is we talk about hockey and other things. So, I mean, we've gotten down to creating new Olympic sports. We've done a lot of different things throughout this. We've talked about history, philosophy, where things have originated from and how they've impacted the sport in some regards. Alex does a lot of conspiracy theory corners, which is a lot of fun. We found out that France has 2 hockey teams because technically the Germans are Franks, and therefore they are French. Sean, I was saying we need to have Aaron and Spencer, who are the 2 other people in this chat with us right now, who are commenting the most on the podcast at some point. And I was asking if you think our table here is long enough to add 2 more people to it. As we get set here for the second period, they're showing that Nicholas Waugh goal. I'll tell you what, that looks like a guy who's very happy to be anywhere but Toronto. You technically can from where you are. If you want to try and do it. Have you been trying, Alex? Be honest with me. That's true. Oh, dang. Looks like Decord's night is done. So Grubauer is in net. We'll give you a final statistical numbers for Decord since he finished the night already. It's the Avs with 38 seconds left on the power play. Puck enters the zone, came back out. Decord finishes 12 of 15, gave up 3 goals, 2 even strength, 1 power play, an 80% save percentage. That's a rough night. That is a rough night. Kadri in the face-off circle. Wins it back. Quick over to tried to get it over to Kadri there. I thought he was in this face-off circle, but apparently he was back. And 20 seconds left here now on the power play as the clock ticks away. Seattle's going to up the pressure here. That's what we have to worry about now is Seattle wanting to play more physical at this point. Oh, Nate, they're not going to give him that. That was a tough one. Puck trickles through and out, and that'll end as Makar turns it over in his own zone. Eberle has it. Looking back, trying to create some space. Cycle back in front. Wedgwood makes the initial save and makes a second save. No goal. Great job by Wedgwood to get back on that one. Good start, though. I like the I like the pressure they put on early. Got to make sure they keep it up, though. This is going to be a tough period. That kill could give a little benefit, but I don't see it as much benefiting the Kraken or benefiting the Avs or the Kraken as much as it could have. Kraken are going to boost the forecheck now, so the Avs just have to be smart. Long change in the second period. And lost off the stick, dumped out. Blankenberg making contact to force the puck back into the defensive zone. So, yeah, they're bringing a two-headed monster in the forecheck now is Seattle, not allowing Colorado a chance to settle behind the net. Blankenberg throwing that one up. Behind the net, back to Waugh. Waugh spinning it back in front. Corralled by Burns. Quick shot. Grubauer pokes it away in his first action of the night. Carried up but out and dumped, but nothing there. That's Kent. No turnover in the zone. Cut down from behind. Looking for a raised hand. Nothing yet. Deflected wide. No call there. Shot goes wide again. Now this time it's blocked. Michushkin has a chance to push, fighting through three guys like he does, forcing Grubauer to hold on to the puck, and the Avs will get a face-off in the offensive zone. Yeah, you got to take the small victories where you get them. It's not always fun to really have to celebrate 50% on the power play, but hey, when you have had an ice-cold one, it's nice to see you get one of the two, and you scored early. So, made the most of the, not most of it, but you got one of the two. That's better than none. Face off. McKinnon's getting tossed out. That's weird. It's normally Kadri getting tossed out of the circle. Facing Stevenson. One of the better face-off guys for Vegas in his time there. He was frustrating. My goodness. Malinsky to Kulak. Throwing it back towards the net. Kadri tied up. Oh, Grubauer had to make a play there. McKinnon tied up in front. Tough break there. Well, it's also because they've changed how they approach the power play. I feel like that's a big part of it. They made subtle changes, and it just took them longer than it should have. Puck off the backboard, through the pressure. 3-on-3 for the Kraken, forced behind the net. Tries to go in front. Great save by Wedgwood, throwing the leg out there. What a job. Leg blocker combo. Puck trickles away, pushed up. Nate just giving chase. It's corralled by Larson and dumped back over to the forward group. Dunn playing it up. Good check off on Stevenson. Another nice save from Wedgwood. My goodness. Seattle getting a few more shots here in this period, but doing a much better job maintaining. Dunn didn't get all he wanted on that. Good job by Kadri initially. And then Goudreau with the backhand try. Nice save there from the keep. Oh, yeah, totally. We'd still be easily single-digit losses still, regulation losses. Good job by Eberle to try, and they're going to get Taves probably for a hold or a board maybe. I don't know. But Seattle's going to go on the power play here as soon as the Avs touch the puck. Another good check from Nelson there to force him down. Puck deflected, up and over, and touched up by Makar. We get our Avs' first penalty. Oh, yeah. Alex, if you're still in here, man, you know the gear works so well for Wedgwood. He loves that maroon look, that classic like single monotone color look. So 2 minutes for holding. Avs top 5 power play or penalty kill here going up against the Fair to Midland Seattle Kraken power play. Good shot blocked by the Avs. Pushed up ice. They can get numbers if they try here. And it's going to be spun back by Kelly. Man, I can't wait to have LOC back to get all those shorthanded goals that we're losing out on everything. Was he getting a new paint job, or was it intentionally all white? Touch pass as they enter the zone. Cycled back across. Quick one touch. Looking for something. Nothing there. Wedgwood keeps it out, and they clear. What a job by, man, another big save from Wedgwood there. That one probably the biggest one of the night on this power play, forcing them to have to reset. And it's taken away. And Kiwi Ronta being a pest here. Drury right by him there. Also, no, Waugh again. Sorry. I should just always assume it's going to be Waugh. Puck slowly rolling towards the goal. On top of it is Wedgwood. And kept, oh man, what a job here. Stevenson's tried to get across. Great job by Burns to make the initial disrupt on the pass across, looking like Eberle was coming in hot from behind. Good job by Wedgwood and the defensive group to really knock that one down. But cleared out again as the Avs continue to force the issue here. So now all three former Avs on the ice. Ben Myers, Ryan Lindgren, and Philip Grubauer. Alex is probably one of Alex's least favorite goalies that ever wear an Avs jersey. Puck goes through the defender and all into the bench, but it'll stay in the zone. Montour tried to keep it in. So he moves into second all-time, passing Keith Yandel with a game on Saturday. So Burns will move into .990. That's pretty impressive in its own right. That's incredible. Puck going around. Kelly tried to get it out. Drury has it. 15 seconds left on the power play. Drops it to Kelly. Kelly with a shake. Kelly with another move. Oh! Trip down, no call. Again, they're going to say he flopped. That's fine. I don't need to make that call there. But the pressure coming up, and they're going to call that trip, though, on Burns. So the Avs going right back on the kill after killing it off. Good pace by Catton there to force that one. So the Avs go back on the power play for the second time in the period. Yeah, that's a little bit of a hack job there by Burnsy. Probably could have gotten Drury too, but you take the one you see last. Face off to the left. Played around and kept in at the blue line. Shot blocked. Puck goes back through the middle. Cross ice pass. Resets back to the top. Pass. Shot blocker save there by Wedgwood. Stevenson has it now. Throws it up and out. Good pressure by Nichushkin as usual. Carried up by Beniers. Drop pass through to Stevenson. I don't think they run a defender. Maybe Montour on the power play. Back to Beniers. Through to Dunn. Back to Dunn at the point. Trickles through. Avs doing a great job keeping them to the outside. Forcing play. Dunn shoots through traffic. Nothing there. Blocked. 57 seconds left on the power play. Puck hacked at and pushed out by the Avalanche. And again, another great job pushing the puck away. Yes, he is a nuisance and a nuance. Puck drop there, cycling back. Quick through the zone, drop back again. Kako goes on the backhand opportunity. Shot blocked and good save by Wedgwood there. Kept in. 25 seconds left on the power play. Poked away, floated up. Pushing. Falls to the ice, but nothing there. Canton can't keep it up, but they keep it in the zone. 13 seconds left. Canton looking, holds, back to the top. Cross ice shot, saved by Wedgwood. Corralled by Waugh. He'll walk it out 2-1. Malinsky has it in. Out of the box comes Burns. Plays it up to Burns. Burns with some space. Tries to go for the drop pass. Nothing there as Kulak was his chase partner. Break to the other side. Kept in front. Great job by Wedgwood. Unbelievable save. Nice job on the catch-up on the backside there by the Avs defender, whomst I could not see at the time. Shots have evened up now in this period. Oh, and steal in the offensive zone. Shot blocked. Kulak pinning him against the boards, trying to get the puck up out of the zone. Keeps that in. Cross ice pass to Lindgren through traffic, and a great save as Mallinson was in the way, but great vision from the keeper to find it. So Wedgwood doing everything to keep the Avs in front here. Alex out here with some good stuff. Okay, Aaron, I do have to make a stipulation, though. If your food question is going to be one of those stressful, frustrating ones, we may have to reconsider. It can't be, is the hot dog a sandwich or a cereal soup or any of that stuff? I knew it. I fucking knew it. Well, I know you and I have already had that discussion ad nauseum. If it's going to be another crazy one, we may reconsider. But those can create intense chaos, which is always fun. So think about this one right now. The Avs are up 3-0. They're 1 for 2 on the power play, 2 for 2 on the kill. Special teams has been a troublesome beast as of late, so starting off strong right here. Yeah, Sean, he does skate like he's pissed at the puck. It is the truth. Oh, man. Yeah, they're showing Nas' statistics. Ironically enough, I believe that's the last time he played every game of a playoff series. And he was playing with an injury, pretty bad injury, too. 15 points in 16 games is great. That is a drunk Avs fan if I've ever seen one. If you guys are watching the broadcast, there's a guy behind Kyle Keefe who is just being crazy. It's quite fun. So Avs win the face-off. 11:38 to go here in the second period. Nate just giving chase is done. Pitchforks it back through Kadri. Played up with some pace here. Shot towards Wedgwood. He'll hold. And the Avs will get another whistle. Spencer setting the stipulations for some of these rules is kind of funny in my opinion. I love it. These dudes right here are having the most fun with Kyle Keefe I think I've seen with guys in a long time. Puck again won by the Avalanche, dumped all the way up. Picked up Brindley. Resetting. Shot from the blue line. Ooh, Grubauer got handcuffed. Makar with pace behind the net. Back to Taves. Shot. Oh, it looked like Drury got handcuffed there a little bit. And the Kraken will carry it up and out. Good dump pass. Great job by Wedgwood to keep it out. What a diving save. Holy mackerel. Makar pushing the pace forward, trying to make a play on net. Grubauer paddles it wide. Drop to Taves, now to Bardakov. Bardakov back to Taves, goes through him to Brindley behind the net. Brindley fighting off two Krakens. That's tough to do. Hard enough to face one Kraken. Puck cycling through. Back down in front on the sideboards. Ooh, no trip there again. That's insanity. I am wondering if Bednar made some people very angry. There's the pass from Burns. Just a lot of tough stick play there for Manson. I feel like we got to kind of break that pairing up a little bit here. Quick reset for the Avs. Try to dump it through. Deflected, so no icing. 9:53 to go here in the second. Puck gets out of the zone. Malinsky trying to make a stop there. Kept in. Puck gets passed through Eberle. Poked by Wedgwood. Eberle trying to make a move around. Can't do it. Shot. Deflected wide. Oh, man. The big screen in front again, and Wedgwood finding just enough of it to keep it out. Kiviranta passing it across ice. Avs going backwards to reset here. The forecheck from Seattle has been absolutely brutal in the last few possessions. Packus across. Malinsky. Oh, great paddle save there, or blocker save by Grubauer. Puck slides off the stick of the Seattle player, and the Avs can get numbers on the back. Malinsky centers it. Quick touch pass. McKinnon couldn't corral it. Kadri sending it a little too hard across. And Kadri finds it off the tip. Thrown in front. Shot save. Blocked, excuse me. Reset here. Spinning. Losing the puck there as Taves now with Malinsky on the ice. McKinnon sends it in front, and Natchez has it. Natchez sending it to Makar. Back to Taves. Back to McKinnon. In front, deflected wide. And back on the stick of Seattle. 8.5 to go here. Seattle now leading in shots 16-15. Puck trickles into the zone. Played by Wedgwood behind the net. Quick back to Taves. Taves quick touch to Makar. Resets here. Ooh, and two Avs players running into each other. That looked like Waugh and Blankenberg as Makar picks up the puck, sends it over to Waugh. Waugh looking for Kelly. Kelly cut down, and they're going to get a penalty on, looks like that's going to be on Larson. So Larson going to the box here, 2 minutes for tripping. So third penalty of the period, and the Avs will get their first normal power play. Caden, oh, what a play, and great job by Wedgwood there. We should have one shot on goal, I think, now, potentially in this period. Oh, yeah, no, we're getting outshot 9-0. Got to update the shot tracker. It's hard to do all this stuff at the same time. Focus on the chat. Focus on the. This will be great having Sean and Alex with me for other ones. I think our goal at some point is to try and get as many playoff games as we can. At least do some reactions and stuff like that throughout the postseason. As we inch closer and closer to the postseason, under the 20-game mark, which is always fun. Blankenberg has only played just about 4 minutes tonight. So that's always fun. Bartikov's only had about 4 minutes. Brindley's played 4.5. But McKinnon is not the top guy right now. Nelson's played 11.5 minutes, McKinnon 10.5. I know, a whole minute. Oh my gosh. But Makar's at 13, Taves is at 11.5. Yeah, it's a bit of a number. The Bednar split. Face-off won by Nelson. Goes back to Makar. Quick back from Natchez to McKinnon. Quick in front. Oh, Kadri right in the bumper spot there trying to make a play. Kept in by Makar. Kept in by Makar again. And McKinnon just kind of dancing in front. Sends it back to Makar through traffic. Deflected. And goes wide. And, Nelson goes down awkwardly behind the net. That did not look good. I'm sure he's fine, but it looked like he got caught up in the net, tried to make a move around, and just couldn't quite skate out of it. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully there's nothing to it. But Taves now out there. Quick pass across. Taves drifting into the bumper spot as McKinnon picks it up. McKinnon spins through. Natchez now back to Makar. Back to Natchez tried to go with a bump pass there, nothing. Sends it back to Natchez. Back to Makar. Or McKinnon, shot, save, and dumped out. At least he's shooting. That's how I have to look at it. Resetting here for the Avalanche. Burns. He loses possession. And short-handed goal. Short-handed goal on the Avalanche again. Their 10th of the season. That one's scored by Riker Evans. What an unbelievably bad turnover there for Colorado. Just, you can't give that up. Bad turnover. That one was that on Devon Taves? I mean, Burns is the one who makes the bad pass. Riker with an incredible shot. Riker Evans. And just like that. 12th shorty. And now it's 3-1. You just got to shake your head at certain points and wonder what's going on. So the Avs lose the face-off. Corral there, Malinsky. It looks like he's just Bednar's just trying anybody at this point on the power play to see what he can do. Malinsky carries it in, dumps it down. Poked through and back. Kulak missed the target there, overskated by Nichushkin. Brindley fighting in the corner. Puck trickles out behind the net. 3, 2, 1, and that'll be the end of that one. That was absolutely disastrous. It could not have been worse. I mean, now 1 for 3 on the power play. Bad turnovers abound on both sides there. Puck cycling through. Pass wide. Held. Good protection off the mask of Wedgwood. And out. Avs trying to turn it around here. Nichushkin looking for somebody. Finds him. Through the zone is Kulak. Held up by the Avs. Spins back. Looks. Looking for a pass. Nothing there. Drury. Finds Kelly. Blankenberg. Through traffic. Puck trickles in through. And pumped back out. I mean, Sean, you're not wrong. That's the tragic truth right now. 2 shots on that power play, by the way. Puck goes all the way wide, around, cut off by Manson deep. Trying to find some space, but can't. Natchez. Cut off there. Bounces over the stick of the player coming in. Puck moving forward. Setting through, big hit in the corner, but nothing there. Blankenberg making the run. Blankenberg playing, of course, for the injured Ross Colton. bailed out there on the backside. That's probably why he's only played 5 minutes tonight. Manson pushing it up, finds Waugh to Natchez, and puck slips through again, but blasted back in to give the Avs a chance to reset here. Yeah, dude, that's the worst. But us going to the playoffs with these special teams, I'm assuming, is going to be a problem. Taves and Melanson, Winterton going at it, and there's Nichushkin and Melanson kind of scruffing it up a little bit. Shots are now 12-2 in this period in favor of Seattle. I mean, I wouldn't want to hit Nuke in the face either. I don't want to ever hit Nuke. And this is a scary situation. Oh my God. Whatever is in Kiefer's hand right now. Kiefer lost his razor at some point. You think he's trying to grow a beard? Puck is in the Avs zone here. Yeah, that hot dog did not look very good. And I love hot dogs. Puck gets dropped back, but no Avs can corral it. Nichushkin trying to get there, but can't. Puck cycled in front. Good job by the Avs to clear it off. Can they get it out, though, is the question. No. Trapped in the zone again. Reset here by Seattle. Skating towards the goal. Try to make the backhand pass to nobody. Who does he think he is, Nathan McKinnon? I'm kidding. Taves dumps it in. Avs give chase. Brindley going after there. He's almost beats Goudreau there. Puck trickling up. Pass through. 2-on-2. And good job there, forcing them to have to drop back. Natchez into the zone. Cut back, gives it to McKinnon. McKinnon spins. Shot by Malinsky. Scores! And it's Nazem Kadri with the deflection. And the Avs get the goal back. Sam Malinsky finding the lane, and Naz putting it away. His first in an Avs jersey. That's a beautiful thing to see. Hey, Spencer, here's your scoreline. Spencer did predict 4-1 before the game, guys, for those who weren't here yet. And then also that Kadri would net one and that Mad Nate would be there. Now, the question is, did he deflect that off the stick or did it hit him and it just went in? That would be the most Nazem Kadri goal of all time if it just hit him in the chest. So the Avs take back the 3-goal lead here with 2:42 left to go in the period. That's a huge backbreaker. It could be a huge backbreaker for Seattle if they can't get back in this one. 3-on-2. Great job by the Avs to clear it out. Kept in by Seattle. Good job by Bardakov to get back on it. Shot from the top of the circle. Deflected wide and out of danger for now. Picked up at the blue line. Dropping down. Puck gets cleared out, but no icing. Good job there as Oleksiak has it. Sends it over. Puck picked up by the Avalanche. Sent back up front. Spun back out. Good job by Bardakov again. Bardakov and Waugh fighting for the puck in the corner. Waugh going down. He gets back up. Bardakov lost his stick and his glove. And a cross-check in the back. No call. Cleared out. And not out of the zone. Good job by the Avs to kind of fight one here. Puck cycles back around. Forecheck from Brindley trying to keep him off balance. Puck gets pushed up. Good job by Burns to cut the angle off. And Manson to be there. Minute 15 to go in the period. Puck bounced, pushed off the boards, up and around. 57 seconds left in the period. Back to Dunn. Shot through traffic, deflected into the netting, and we take a whistle here. Oh, man, Sean, I'm sorry it's so bad. But, hey, guess what? When you're here, you'll be even. At the end of the period, I got to go check on my kid. Apparently he's crying. Yeah, kind of hoping the period would end here. Oh, nice. Thanks again to the 5 people in the chat and watching, all you guys being interactive. It's fantastic. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you're not, thank you for coming and hanging out with me tonight. It's been a lot of fun doing these the last couple of games. We got to do the gold medal game. Sean, if we can, we should try to do the sledge hockey gold medal game if U.S. makes it. Yeah, it is. It is baby Orlok. He's been a little fussy. Hopefully, it's nothing crazy, and he goes back down. But he was on our gold medal stream for a little bit, because it was early in the morning, and he wakes up. But yeah, I'll check. I have to go check on him here in a minute once this period is over. Puck drops in the zone, 50 seconds left. Push through. Shot. Save by Grubauer. Oh, man, that would have been huge. Nichushkin puts it in front. Deflected. Grubauer keeps it out again. 35 seconds left. Makar through traffic. Deflected again and wide. Grubauer looks a little lost right now. Nichushkin tried to throw it on the throw in front. Nothing there. 25 seconds left as Seattle pushes through. Puck taken away from behind. And is that going to be a penalty or offside? What's the call here? Oh, man. Just kind of caught Nelson a little shallow there. Oh, man, what an opportunity. And face-off just outside the Avs defensive zone here. Puck cycles through. Back in front. Good job by Wedgwood to knock it away. Kept in the zone. Wedgwood again with a big save. Rebound was a little large, but Avs cleared out of the zone. Thrown over the top, but blocked. 2-1, and that will end the second period. The Avalanche leading by a score of 4-1 here as we head to the second intermission. I shall return in a few minutes with updates on games going on, NHL, and stats from today's game here on the Pester Line Podcast live stream of Avalanche Hockey. Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to be gone for that long. He refuses to go to sleep. But Hillary can take back over now as we are already 2 minutes into the third period. So I apologize for not giving you everything you guys needed from this. It's a little longer than I intended. Avs still up 4-1. And a break-in shot. Great save by Wedgwood. And he holds on to the puck. Unbelievable. Sorry if I missed a whole bunch of action in the time frame. It looks like I've missed 4 shots in this period already, or 5 shots to start this period. Unfortunately, that's the risk of all of that stuff. Yeah, baby's gonna baby for sure. He's teething right now, so it's been a rough few nights for us, and just the unfortunate nature of the beast. Yeah. So I'll catch up with everything else once we get things kind of rolling here. Next break, I'll break down everything that I was going to cover at the intermission, but missing the point there. Avs breaking into the zone, tipped back, and Seattle trying to get numbers here, tipped away. Good job by the defense there as Blankenberg making a play. Looks like Kako was offside. Thanks to those for sticking around. We really appreciate it. Again, apologies for delaying getting back into the stream here. Life, sometimes happens. It's not also my this isn't my career, so it's a little bit more difficult to be able to maintain some of these things. Puck going all the way across the zone and out. 17.5 to go now in the period. Third pair out there for Seattle as Riker Evans chase it back, the lone goal scorer in the second period. Puck floats up and out of the zone. McKinnon with a 4-point night tonight now with an assist on the Kadri goal as well. Puck blasted back into the zone for the Kraken. Stevenson tried to get it in front and couldn't do it. Puck back up to the blue line. Shot through traffic and saved by Wedgwood with the glove. Good job again by the Avalanche goaltender. Taves did a good job clearing it out, too, to make sure that he could see what was going on. So big kudos to Devon there. McKinnon in the circle against Beniers. Seattle wins the faceoff. Another save and clear out for the Avs. Natchez has it. Throws it forward. Kadri couldn't poke it out and through. Kept up by Seattle in the Seattle side. Larson's got it down low. Shot, save, and through. Another rebound from Wedgwood. The Avs just tip it out. Reset here with 6:13 to go. Seattle turning around here, looking for some space. Cut off. Going for the drop pass. Oh, some speed for Nuke. If he can get there, but he can't. Beat by Montour to the puck. Puck trickles through Seattle all the way back and cleared up to Nelson. Bodied off the puck there. A little something extra. Nichushkin cutting off the passing lane, forcing the dump in. 15:44 to go. And Kiviranta makes a man miss, pushes it forward. Puck trickles through the zone. Tipped up. No icing as the Avs keep the puck alive. He did get to the red line. That's true. Puck all the way back. Manson has it now. Behind the net. Slips past in front. Burns up to Drury. Drury tried to make a pass to Natchez as he enters the zone. Shot goes up and over into the glove of Grubauer. Shots this period 4-1 already. Avs outshot 14-4 in the second period. Face-off still in favor of Seattle up to this point as well. Seattle 0 for 2 on the power play. The Avs 1 for 3. 14 block shots for the Avs to the 7 of the Kraken. 15 hits to the 11 of the Kraken for the Avalanche as well. McKinnon with a rough pass there. Shot into the body and gear of Wedgwood, and he'll hold. 15:02 left here in the third period. Nuggets end up coming back and beating the San Antonio Spurs 136-131. Jamal Murray with 39 points and 7 assists. Nikola Jokic, 31 points, 20 rebounds, 12 assists. Great night for the Nuggets. They were trailing by significant margins in that game at points. Oh, Wedgwood, great job there trying to make a play. Couldn't do it. Puck trickling through, but pulled away by the Avs. Wedgwood has been the man tonight for sure. Absolutely stellar play from him all around. Puck comes out to Kadri. Kadri drops it to Nelson. Nelson trying to back in. Lost control there a little bit. Oh, yeah, 100%, Aaron. Very much a different game without him tonight. He's played very, very well up to this point. He's been made some big, timely saves. It's been a huge reason why this game has stayed 4-1. Seattle's had some opportunities, definitely, that have been breakdowns on the Avalanche's part. But we'll see, as Burns touches up at 13:53 with an icing call. Oh, yeah. Anybody going to the PAWHL takeover? New York against Minnesota. My girl Taylor Heasey killing it right now. Oh, I'd give it to Wedge first. Wedge would get first star. McKinnon second star for the 4 points night tonight. I mean, more so because Wedgwood's the reason it's 4-1. Grubauer kicks the Manson shot away. Avs can't keep it in. Offside, but the Avs clear the zone. Dumped in and picked off. Nope. Now it's dumped in. Puck goes in behind the net. Broder's office. Picked up and dumped down by Waugh. Evans. Evans been very noticeable tonight for Seattle. Good job there by Malinsky, and Kulak just muscling the puck forward, and the Avs get it out. Not deep enough for an icing call. Precisely. That is exactly why, Spencer. As Wedgwood covers the puck here at 12:57 to go. And with that break, we'll give you guys an update on the rest of the league right now. Two other games in action besides this one as the Predators lead the Canucks 3-1. Matthew Wood, Tyson Jost. Josty with 2 tonight. Wow. Tyson Jost kind of feeling himself right now. The Golden Knights up 5-2 on the Penguins. That with 13:25 left in the third as well. Marner, Eichel, Dorfiev with 2 goals tonight for them. Face-off won by the Avalanche. Dumped out. I was just looking to kill this one off. Maybe get one more. Definitely more so looking at more opportunistic. Grubauer playing it behind the net. Oh, dropped in front. And nobody was there. And then whiffed through. You don't see that very often by Sam Malinsky. Puck trickles all the way down back to the Kraken blue line. Played well by Drury there. Forced wide. Puck goes through traffic. Paddled away by Wedgwood. Dumped back down by Larson. Kulak playing it forward off the skates and out. Kadri through the zone, dumped it to the side, pucked off the body. McKinnon keeping it in. Nate just giving chase. Larson behind the net. Pass is up and through. Puck trickles back to the behind the goal line. 11:43 to go now. Touched up again. This time, Blankenberg kind of getting lost in no man's land, but makes a way out. Good job by him. A little touch through by Kadri. Centering pass, just a little too hot. Couldn't hold on to it. Was Natchez. Plays it forward and out of play. You too, be nice. We don't have enough people in here for a moderator, so I have to look down and check every once in a while. Chopped forward but not out as we reach the 11-minute mark of the third period. This one moving a lot faster than the last two. Yeah, but I feel like you'd accidentally, intentionally ban people. Pushes it through. 1-on-4 for Waugh, who has a goal tonight. Trickles all the way through. Oh, and a shot opportunity just pushed wide there for the Avs. That one looked like Brock Nelson. Nick Waugh up on that second line now. Oh, no. I don't think I have the ability to do moderators yet. I don't think we have enough subscribers. Pass through the zone. Carries through. Shot blocked by Kiviranta. Shot by Kiviranta is blocked by Seattle. Seattle trying to get it out of the zone again. Push it forward. Malinsky and Burns now together. Cross-check in the back to clear him off the puck. Sent across. Good hold. Blocked the Montour shot. Not anywhere near where it could have been. Sending back through Malinsky, playing good pressure, forcing the puck out of the zone. Forcing them to reset. Montour. Passes it across. Trying to go all the way up. Touched over. Avs first one there again. It's been the story of the night. Natchez. 9:15 to go. Man, no stoppages here in this period. Just a lot of up and down. Puck goes off of Grubauer. Flipped forward. Pushed through. Shot saved by Wedgwood. Tipped back and around. Natchez trying to keep it out. Nope. Larson's got it from the point. Shot on the ice. Blocked that time by Kadri. Kadri looking for some space. He'll dump it off the glass and get a change. 8:44 to go. Cross the red line, carrying it through by himself. It's Kako, I believe. Hard to tell. I love these jerseys, but it's hard to tell who's who with the numbers. Puck gets poked away, dropped back there through. All the way across. Picked up at the top of the circle. Tried to center it. Nobody there. Picked off the stick. Lazy pass by Wall. That's part of the problem there. Got him hamstrung off the back of the net. Corralled there. 8 minutes to go. There hasn't been a whistle in about 4 minutes, I'd say. Nichushkin dumping it in. Giving chase. Nichushkin trying to battle in the corner. Swings it back to Alexiak as he carries it out. He's cut off. Picked off. Good job there by Drury. Waits, looks, holds. Shot by Manson through traffic. It's blocked. Oh, that was that was Drury. I was right. Okay, good. I'm right every once in a while when that comes to that stuff. Thrown in front, nothing there. Drury keeps it in, sends it back around. Kept in by Burns, who throws his gigantic backside on that guy. Shot through traffic, and it's a goal. Colorado scores again. Josh Manson. beautiful opportunity. Looks like they're going to give it to Kiviranta. But good job by Manson here. Just a heavy blast in front. And let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks like Kiviranta gets a stick on it there late. And deflects it in. It's either off of Kiviranta or off of Alexiak or both. Kiviranta gets the goal. So that's Kiviranta from Manson. And Burns. Beautiful, beautiful finish for the Avalanche. Sorry, Spencer. There goes your scoreline. So first stoppage in a while, but since it's a goal, we can't get a commercial break. So no rest for the wicked here, I guess. Taken away by the Avs. Resets the shot again. Grubauer loses it through space. Kulak looked like he was going to shoot, sends it back to Natchez. Kulak sends it through to Natchez. Back to Natchez. Goes for the cross-ice pass to McKinnon, but it's cut off. Thrown in front. Lost possession. Thrown across. What a save by Grubauer. Oh, my gosh. This Grubauer, that was a desperation dive there. McKinnon keeping it in the zone. Forces it to Kulak, who's at the red line. Throws it to Kadri. Nope, nothing there. Down it goes all the way out. This period has been very up and down. Natchez picked. As the Kraken throw it through. Pushed off the stick. And pushed it back down. 5:55 to go. Tipped away, picked off. Touched over. The Avs could get speed. Here comes Brindley. Brindley pulls up, looks. Touch pass to Nichushkin. Shot blocked. Kept into the zone. Back to Brindley. Brindley from the circles. Pass to the top of the crease. Shot saved by Grubauer, and we'll get a whistle and a hold. So Kiviranta from Manson and Kiviranta from Manson and Parker Kelly, excuse me. So Kelly picks up his 11th assist of the game. The 2 goals in the three goals, excuse me. No, sorry, mathing is hard when I'm tired. 2 goals in the second period were Riker Evans from Chandler Stevenson at 13:36, and then Nazem Kadri from Sam Malinsky and Nathan McKinnon at 17:11. First goal not assisted or scored by Nathan McKinnon. So that's a good sign for the Avs. Get a little help from their friends. A little depth scoring on that one. Always a positive for sure. Taking a look at that scores from around the rest of the league, we already know. If you guys haven't had a chance to see the William Eklund goal, you should go see that one. Sharks beat Bruins 4-2. Caps take down the Sabres 2-1. 6-4 in favor of the Maple Leafs over the Ducks. Cutter Gauthier did score a goal in this one. Austin Matthews picked up a power play goal. Tavares picked up a power play goal. Nylander picked up a power play goal. And then their new young guy, Bo Gru, picked up a shorthanded goal, his first career goal in the NHL. And then an empty net goal for Matthew Nyes. Crazy night for them. They went 3 for 7 on the power play. 87 minutes of penalties in that game. Holy smokes. Just the third period alone looks like got out of hand pretty quick in Anaheim. Yep. Toronto's first win since the Olympic break. They lost 7 in a row coming into this into the game tonight, and they play only playoff teams from now until like mid-April. Like their second to last games of the season are against non-playoff teams. So they get to play. They could play disruptor if they want, or they could try to get the first overall pick. Oh yeah, Matthews did take an injury to the knee, but honestly, he hadn't been playing very well to begin with. So I have a feeling that there's going to be. Oh, what a hit! What a hit there by Taves. Woo. A little nice little bump in the back there. Smart play from a veteran. But I know Toronto gets a lot of hate. I'm not a huge hater of Toronto. I think they just have a lot of bad luck in that organization, and it's going to continue for a while until they figure out something else that isn't. Their ownership group is brand new, so it'll be interesting to see how that progresses for them. 4:24 left here in the third period. Seattle trying to make a push here. Stevenson. Good job by Manson to keep him wide. Shot gets blocked. Nothing there. Coming spinning out is Drury. And forcing Seattle to retreat and reset. 4 minutes left. Don't forget to join us on Saturday, 1:30 Mountain Time, where we are here in Colorado, as the Winnipeg Jets will be the opposition for your Colorado Avalanche. Thank you again to the consistent viewers we've had today. It's been nice to see the number not fall to 0. Always a plus to take that into account. That's very true, Spencer. The best Steve Dangle moment ever, though, is when they got beat by the E-Bug. That one still forever is one of the best meltdowns of all time. Avs bodying up here with 3:13 to go. Puck in their defensive zone again. Bardakov trying to push it through. This is where we got Bardakov and McKinnon out there together. Malinsky resetting. Oh, what a play. Here goes McKinnon with pace. Can he make it 6? Oh, Grubauer throws the glove on it and holds. That is an iconic line for sure. We'll get another break here with 2:52 left. I do miss Dang It's. I also miss trade trees. That was something I lived off of. Trade trees were some of my favorite content. We really get a kick out of that stuff. Just as a group, we talk about it often. Because I think if I remember correctly, and if Sean, if you're still here, you can correct me on this. Yeah, he did the trade trees for Sportsnet, and they kept the name. So they'll have to do something else to try and he wants to do it again, but he'll have to try something different. But the impacts of the Forsberg trade led to both of the first 2 Stanley Cups, similar to the effects of the Duchesne trade led to the 2022 Cup and could potentially lead to the 2026 Cup, as Girard was being a piece that was traded for Kulak. So that one continues. Which is kind of insane to think about. So we got a couple of games coming up in the next few weeks. Monday against Pittsburgh, Wednesday against Dallas. That should be a big one. And then at the Blackhawks, at the Capitals. 9:30 a.m. Yeah, it's 11:30 a.m. In Washington. So it's technically it's a 10 o'clock puck drop, 9:30 a.m. coverage time. I understand the frustration of that one though. I think that's is that a Monday game? or Sunday game, so that would probably be why. Puck off the boards and out. Got to give chase. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Wedgwood's waiting it out. Look at him. Smart move from the keeper there. Good job by Wedgwood. Playing like David Raya. Patient, smart, and good decision-making. I think, like, I mean, it's a noon puck drop in Washington, in D.C., so that's part of the problem. Oh, did he keep it in? What a play if he did. Seattle just really trying to rush here to keep the Avs off the puck here. 1:46 left. Another breakout opportunity here. Shot, blocker save by Wedgwood again. Trying to do a wraparound, lost possession of the puck, cleared up and out, but not deep enough for an icing. Puck moves through with 1:22 to go. Corralled by the Avs. Drury to Natchez. To Malinsky. Cross-ice pass. Drop back. Shot. Saved by Grubauer. Up and away. Natchez spins back on that one. Throws it to Kadri. Back across to Malinsky. Malinsky dropping it back to nobody as the puck was picked off. Trying to throw in through the seam and couldn't get there. Good effort by Goudreau, but nothing there for him. Falls down, comes out of the play. Malinsky finding Natchez. Sits and waits, throws it down ice from the red line. Oh, they're going to say icing? Or offside, I couldn't tell. Great defensive play there by McKinnon. And Aaron, why are you complaining about a 10 a.m. puck drop? You'd wake up for a 10 a.m. kickoff, wouldn't you? I understand you like your sleep, but puck goes to Wedgwood, keeps it away. 37 seconds left in the period. All the way down around. I understand. We can check. I'll check the schedule here in a minute. I just realized it still says second intermission. Sorry, I came in late. There we go. Puck trickles through. 13 seconds left. Four seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, and the Avs walk away with a 5-1 victory. No shots on goal for the near end of I think the last 4.5 minutes of that period. Big win for the Avalanche. Wedgie, big stand on his part there. McKinnon 4 points tonight. All around a solid performance from the Avalanche as it stands. Good news, Aaron. It does not conflict because we don't even play that weekend. That's a makeup for all the teams that we haven't that are a game behind us. So, yeah, that's a makeup week. So good news for us. So a huge win for the Avs tonight. They bounce back after a tough loss to Edmonton. Just shouting this out, the Canucks ended up tying the game. That one's gone to overtime. Penguins still down 5-2 to the Golden Knights. 4:04 left in that one. But the Avalanche doing everything right tonight, doing everything we asked of them to bounce back. Let's take a look at the final stat line from tonight's game all around for the Avalanche and the Kraken. Kraken end up outshooting the Avalanche 29-26. End up winning the face-off battle 54.5 to 45.5. Avs go 1 for 3 on the power play and go 2 for 2 on the kill. 16 hits apiece for both sides. 19 block shots for the Avs to the 10 for the Kraken. 21 giveaways for the Avs to the 16 for the Kraken. 4 takeaways apiece. Penalties on the board tonight were Jordan Eberle, 4-minute high-sticking double minor on Marty Natchez. Devon Toews then went 2 minutes for holding Jordan Eberle. And then right after that, literally a second after that penalty ended, Burns gets 2 minutes for tripping on Berkeley Caton. And then Adam Larson takes a 2-minute tripping penalty on Parker Kelly at 12:07. So quiet night there. Goals tonight, Marty Necas from Devon Toews and Nathan MacKinnon at 3:45 of the first. At 12:54 of the first, it was MacKinnon from Necas and Toews. And then at 18:48, the power play goal scored by Nicholas Waugh from Brock Nelson and Nathan MacKinnon. In the second period at 13:36, a shorthanded goal by Riker Evans, his 7th of the year from Chandler Stevenson, but gets answered right back at 17:11. Nazem Kadri picks up his 13th of the year, first with the Avalanche, assisted by Malinsky. And who else? Nathan MacKinnon, who picks up his 64th assist of the year. He's now up to 108 points now on the season. And to ice it away and put it away, Joel Kiviranta on a deflection from Josh Manson and Parker Kelly. Kiwi's 3rd goal of the season. Not according to the app, man. It says the app. According to the app, City is getting their to-be-determined match postponement on the 22nd. But I could be wrong. Been wrong before. And the app's probably not updated. That's probably why. Wow, that's inconvenient for us as fans of our two teams. Same thing happens on this Saturday as well, as it's a 11:45 kickoff against Everton. It's the Carabao Cup final, isn't it? Okay. That'll be an interesting one for sure. But tonight, it's all about the Avalanche. As they finish off a big win, they get a nice win back after dropping one. Then now they've won 8 of their last 9. If the NHL would update their standings faster, that would be awesome. But I know that they won't. But the Avalanche looking significantly better now. 44-11-9, 97 points. Puts them back 5 clear of Dallas. And Minnesota also picking up an overtime loss, only picking up a point. But that's going to create a little more distance and make it a 2-horse race, in my opinion, for the number 1 seed in the West and the President's Trophy at this point. Gap closing a little bit now. If Vegas can hold on, Gap will close to 1 point between Anaheim and Vegas. That should be an interesting race. But the Sharks maintain their 1 point and 1 game advantage over the Kraken now, as they end up being the number 2 seed in the West. With that, everybody, I think it's time for me to head to bed as well and get there. No, I'm a positive Aaron isn't trolling. He's right. I knew we were playing City soon, but I wasn't sure if it was that weekend. But with that being said, everybody, we'll see you back here on Saturday. Sean and I will be here at 1:30, ready for the Winnipeg Jets versus the Colorado Avalanche in Winnipeg, Manitoba. For Alex, for Sean, I'm Michael. Thank you guys for listening to the Pester Line broadcast of the Avalanche and the Kraken, and we'll see you next time. Okay, love you, bye.